Hello guys, Rad Performance here. Alrighty guys, so this day is one that we have been waiting for a long time. This is the video of how you can paint a car yourself in your driveway. So, I know it's been a long time coming, let's not wait any longer. As you will notice, we have this beautifully white primered Camaro. So I will walk you through what we are doing. Obviously, you've seen us clean it. Now, whenever you're at this stage, if you are lucky enough to get here, this is where it is critical to keep everything clean. And when I say clean, I mean super clean. You wash it before we even were to start sanding it. So we're just giving it a full thorough wash before we're going to go get our sanding. We sanded using Scotch-Brite to prep. A wet sand 600 will most likely give you much better results, but we were in a hurry because a lot of time went into being able to paint this inside of one day. So of course we had to use our time very efficiently, and now you will see us go into what is very critical, because most likely if you are doing it the way that we did it, you will encounter burn through, which you can see right there as I shine the light on it. Now, burn through is really important because whenever you burn through the metal, the paint will not stick to metal. So that way you have to make sure that you primer over the surface. Now, ideally, if you weren't trying to get this done so that way you could paint it on your time off or your weekend or however you laid out time to paint your project, basically then you could take some more time. You could do a full roller on primer in the Eastwood system, or you could just mix up U-Pol or some other primer. However, we did the quicker and cheaper option and just used Duplicolor. Now, some of you might nod your heads or roll your eyes. Yes, you can use the Duplicolor product. Did it give us some issues? Yes, kind of, sort of, but that is the 1K simple off-the-shelf product you're just dealing with. So in using this, however, I will not say that you should be fully detoured, because in the wet sanding process, we were able to get out some of the orange peel that came from having that Duplicolor primer underbase. So we really didn't have an issue. Overall, the car came out excellent, which you will see in the videos to definitely come about this car in terms of buffing, because paint is a great step, but however, you are still little ways off from a finished product. So I will dive right back into him. You see our great assistant over here taking off all the water. So we washed it, then we are drying it down with paper towel, then you see us using the Duplicolor 1K right there inside of the video. He's spraying all the little spots. We meticulously went around the car and pointed out everything that broke through the bare metal, because obviously it will not stick. Like if we had that spot right there on the corner of the door, guarantee that's going to flake off because that's a high traffic area. You rub it whenever you're going into the door. Obviously corners like the wheel hoops, edges, those you're going to be likely to have burned through whenever you're in the primer stage sanding down. Even when you're wet sanding to your finish stage, you're going to have some burn through and you're going to have some white spots, but it is not the end of the world, guys. This is going to happen and you will get there as long as you just follow the process. We did this, guys, for you, so that way we could tell you about our test projects and experiments such as the roll-on paint, which is a great experiment and a great totally possible thing that you could do in your own house. However, you do use a lot of paint, and with the cost of body shop material going up, I swear, exponentially, that makes it really hard to justify brushing on paint, which we did for the hood, and it used almost a whole gallon. Used good part of that whole gallon just painting the hood in multiple steps and trying to get it perfect, and we encountered obviously a lot of burn through. So, but this is the process. We are walking you guys through it of the full HVLP. We use an R500 spray gun, $60. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from wherever you'd like, but basically R500 is a standard all around for a very good gun. We use the twist on paint mixing cup method that made it easy to mix and easy to spray. Definitely highly recommended that. There's going to be a video coming out on all those products that we used. So now,
So we're finally at that stage. We are going to be trying to paint this car today. We got it all decked out in the epoxy coating and some of the filler primer as we showed you in the other videos. It's all just about at 400 wet sand. We actually, the last thing you'll see in the video, we did gray Scotch Brite wet, and then we went over the whole car, sort of giving it a wash, and also we washed it afterward. But it just makes a nice smooth finish. So the last thing we're going to do today is we're really just going to prep it with some isopropyl alcohol, blow it all off, and then mask it up. And we're going to be showing you the newbie gun of the R500. So we're going to use this actual gun that we got online. Everyone was recommending it. We'll show you how we're going to set up the fan pattern and the pressures. And we're going to try this out today. So these guns are low volume, low pressure. They have less overspray and they use less product. So we're going to try this out today. We'll let you know with how the gun's working for us. And hopefully that thing is black, just like we did the hood. You remember the video? This is the hood, the IROC hood. So it's all black. We just got to get the car that way. And again, all in our backyard using homemade stuff and Harbor Freight air compressor and tools. So if we can do it here, anyone can do it. So we'll let you know how it goes. We're going to show you as we get started with it.
So after a nice 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour of therapeutic taping.
Hardest part of the paint job?
Literally the hardest part is always the prep work.
So this is a T-top car, so we have this. We also left it because we need to open the doors and jam it. So this is covered all the way down to the footrest. So we're going to open it and jam it. And the same with this. We did plastic on the window and the underside. So we're going to just open it so we can jam it here. But basically we're at the point where we're going to wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol, let it sit as we're mixing the paint, and then get it started.
Alrighty guys, so he's mixing it up for 2 minutes. Plastic stir sticks that they provided with the kit. Better than wood, because you get the wood particles in there. That's not what we're trying to do. So he's almost coming up on 2 minutes. We got our strainers. Mixing the Eastwood Boulevard black. Not too much.
This is jamming, Carlos.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. You got it. I think that's meant. Make sure you want to close it. Yeah, almost perfect.
Gotta go closer to it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to keep on doing the jam.
You're good unless you just want to hit it from
yeah.
this way, just to get the bolts.
Yeah.
But no, just a mix. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. The shoulder.
Yeah. It's always in the fucking way. don't think it's that bad, actually. I
Not
think it's
that
smooth.
bad. Yeah, you just gotta get more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
All the way off.
And the
All the
overall.
way off. Yeah. And then I think, yeah, just like that, quick, yeah.
So you can see the blotches on it.
Yeah, I see it. More overlap might help you, but also this is just the first coat.
That's the way the first coat's supposed to be.
Yeah, airy.
And I want to see if it reacts.
Yeah.
That's the way
I
it's
think
supposed
just
to
leave
be.
it, yeah. That's the first coat.
So that is lighter. There's more orange peel.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
okay.
think the gun is right there. Now this could be a little blotchy. So.
Okay, guys.
So as you get better with it, you just get better with the coat. Did you get that on the whole car with the denim pad?
Yeah. Nice new Chinese fenders.
That's what it took for an honest 10 minutes.
Let's get the clock on.
Now the car's black. Now the second coat will look better. What that is.
Yep.
Do it back and forth. Got a lot shinier.
No, that coat really did it in. So that is coat number 4.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Really did the car in real nice. Used all 20 ounces. That was a great call. So he pointed out, instead of going this way to avoid the tiger striping, we switched up the pattern and went that way. Really helpful. We stuck to the horizontal on the majority of the car, but switching the pattern over there really made things go well for us. And we
just wet sanded.
Yeah, we just ran out. We used every last drop of 20 ounces. Just barely ran out at the bottom. Obviously, we're going a little heavy-ish because we need to do 80% overlap. So whenever you're spraying, basically, you want to spray, and then your adjacent coat underneath is only going to overlap about 2 inches max. Give or take, that's 80% of your 6 to 8 inch spray pattern out of your gun, which obviously you want a wide 6 to 8 inch spray pattern, so that way it lays down properly. Otherwise, if it's too short, then you had what we had on the hood, where you had some tiger striping. However, we were able to wet sand it out, but basically you want the wider your fan pattern, the easier your life's going to be.